Thank you, Peter. The next speaker, which I'm really privileged to introduce, is my new regional secretary, Peter Kavanagh. I say that as a former UCAT member. Peter has been the Unite regional secretary for the last 5 years. He's been a union official for 18 years. He was previously a convener in passenger transport, and he has worked closely with the new construction section and the new colleagues from UCAT. I have to say, we found Peter a great support, committed to changing our industry and making construction better. So Peter, over to you.
Good morning, comrades. Can you all hear me? I'm absolutely delighted, proud and humbled to be at this event today. 12 months ago, we came together as 2 trade unions with 2 general secretaries, and it was a positive event. But there were questions, there were some anxieties, there were some concerns. And 12 months later, we stand together as one united union for all construction workers. And we're determined to build a power to be reckoned with, that employers will respect, that employers will be forced to sit down and negotiate with, negotiate on fair terms and conditions, and negotiate on health and safety. Our General Secretary, Len McCluskey, who has already been mentioned, got re-elected last week, and we're all very pleased about that because we can continue to be Britain's biggest and best fighting back union. Len often says that Unite is a force for good in our society. And now more than ever, we need that force, because we've got a government that is shredding regulation, cutting what it calls red tape. But we know what that means. It means a declaration of war on our health and on our safety. And we're not going to tolerate that. It's already been said that people go to work each day not to get maimed, not to get injured, not to contract life-threatening diseases, and certainly not to get killed. We go to work to earn a fair day's pay for a fair day's work. We go to work with the expectation that our concerns and our views are listened to. We go to work at the end of the day to earn a living for ourselves and our families expect us to come home safe and healthy at the end of each day. And yet, as other speakers have already stated, there are still far too many fatalities at work. Over 140 last year, over 1/3 of those in your construction industry. The Health and Safety Executive point out that the figures are coming down year on year, and we welcome that, of course, and we take credit as a trade union for ensuring that those figures are coming down. But let me say this loud and clear: one death at work is one death too many. It's already been said also that this is an international day. The statistics speak for themselves. Over 2 million workers each year dying from accidents at work or from diseases related to work. 2,500 asbestos-related cancer deaths last year. 10,500 deaths attributed to lung cancer and diseases of the lung. This cannot go on. We have to change our society. We have to change our priorities. The theme of International Workers' Memorial Day this year, quite rightly and quite appropriately in my mind, is about defending first and foremost those most vulnerable in the workplace, whether they be migrant workers with English as a second language who often don't understand their rights at work, whether it's women in sectors that are male dominated being harassed and not treated with respect. This year we fight harder than ever before for the rights of those groups of our members, and we want to welcome them into our union and say that this is a union for all workers. We often speak in our movement about the need for redistributing wealth, and of course